Yikes, that's a lot of minis, is what you're probably saying right now. I'm sorry, clearly I didn't have a better way to open this stream. Welcome, everyone. This is a bit later than when I usually do a stream, but I have minis to repaint, so thought I'd do it live. Here's the thing. I have a lot of spare minis because I get almost all of them from multi-packs, and just today I actually found the Mini Racer 10 pack with Radiator Springs Ramon, and recently I've been wanting to paint a bunch of minis to look like customs that I've done for either Ties Cars 4 or Cars Adventures, and that pack has Radiator Springs Ramon, who's the exclusive, who's one of my favorite Ramones, and also the Fillmore Mini, who I didn't have. So I got that 10 pack for the two of them, and then the rest I knew would be good for customs, like Luigi here, Sally, I didn't have spares of, so I'm happy to get them. Yeah, it was from some local toy store. We gotta check there more often now, because they've recently been getting mini 10 packs, and I was gonna do a scene there in my last hunt video last month, but I didn't because the shot just didn't turn out too well. You know, usually their stock isn't all that good for cars, but I'm gonna probably try to check there a bit more frequently now if they're getting the mini 10 packs in, which I can't find anywhere else. But I don't know who to start with. You can see all these customs are at like different points in how far along they are. But I think the first mini I'm gonna work on is this guy right here, the Cars Adventures Nomad character who I introduced a few days ago. The problem with him is he used to be this mini custom primer Jackson Storm that I had. And then to make him into the Nomad, I sort of sloppily repainted him in black. So I think the way that I'm gonna have to pull off the effect again is by painting a Jackson fully silver and then ripping the spoiler off. The problem is, which I just realized, the spoiler is not a plastic insert piece. It's part of the metal mold. So my children's safety scissors here are not going to cut it. So maybe I'll wait on the Nomad, get some more heavy duty scissors there to cut his spoiler off. Yeah, that's probably the best idea. Same thing for APB, who's got the light bar up here. And the roof rack on top of blind spot. These are plastic pieces on, these are plastic pieces on their normal die casts, but for the minis they are, unfortunately, metal parts of the mold. So in order to make them into the customs I want to turn them into, which I want to turn this blind spot and that APB into the road dent gang members from Ties Cars 4, I have to somehow maybe like sand off the roof rack on blind spot. I'm not too sure, but as you can see, I'm cutting off the whatever smokestacks, whatever they are, exhaust pipes, because I cut them off for the custom in the movie. Neon McQueen, I do not, but I do have the Comic-Con version, the light-up one, that was in that really nice box set with Shu Todoroki. Probably my favorite item in my collection is that 2014 Comic-Con pack. The really nice like neon light-up box. That came with an exclusive plastic light-up version. Or actually, I think it's metal. I don't think it's plastic. It's your first car? Interesting. I wish I remember who my first car was, but I have no idea. I know that very early on I got a set of plastic cars from the Disney store, who I kept around for a while until I got like the die casts of all the characters in them. I remember one day, and it must have been like 2010, 2011, probably 2010, I went through all of my cars, and I just got rid of all of the doubles that I had, and all of the non-Mattel cars. Probably a bad move in the past, but whatever, can't go back and change that. Yeah, so I'm gonna get some heavy-duty scissors later on and cut the spoiler off this Jackson. Update on your Speedway McQueen. You're gonna use a used lights and sound McQueen. Really interesting, yeah, because you've asked me regarding the model. Yeah, that's really interesting. Well, if that's what works best, you know, then go for it, definitely. Let's see, the mini that I am really excited to make right now is Giuseppe Awilo, using the Spare Luigi, who's a Cars Adventures character who I've shown a few times. I am so excited to make a mini for him. It's gonna be, I'm gonna have to be very careful, but let's get started. You know, well, we're 6 minutes in, probably do the stream for a little less than an hour. And yeah, we'll do some on and off work on different custom minis. Fun fact about Giuseppe Awilo, I made him in only a few hours. He might be one of my quickest made customs. Oh, yikes. Oh, geez, okay. That's not looking too good. He was about to pass out in that box, yeah. He might be one of the most quickly put together customs I've done. Wow, that is not looking too good so far. Yikes. Okay. Well, this is unfortunate. Okay, well, I'm sure with a few coats of paint he'll be better. Why is it like this currently? Try to keep the mouth the same, but yeah, yikes, that could look a whole lot better. I don't know why the blue is so dark. This happens with it sometimes, that's okay. Currently it looks absolutely awful, but it should get better. Just gonna be careful with it. There we go, it's getting a bit more consistent in that lighter blue as we go on. Okay, not bad. It's looking better. Yeah, my customs eyes used to just be black dots. Now I've got like a whole system for it. Trying to be very careful here. Luigi was such a difficult car to paint the normal diecast of, so you can bet painting a mini racer Luigi is going to take some effort. Favorite car, just in general? I'm not sure. It's a very broad question. You know, it's so difficult to pick. There are so many good diecasts out there. Okay. It's looking good. Alright. Okay, I think we saved it. First car, I actually mentioned this just a few minutes ago, before you were on the stream. I don't quite remember. I think I was too young. Holly Shiftwell is really rare and expensive in Argentina. That's interesting. No, I never really take into account, like... But yeah, some cars are going to be more difficult to find. You know. Here in the US, you'll hear a lot about Brian Parks Motors. You know, he was never released in America. Or you'll always hear, like, never released in America, whatever. But yeah, in other countries, what cars are rare definitely can change. Unfortunate, the Holly Shiftwell we got last year. Favorite next gen. It's always so difficult with the favorite questions because there are so many good ones. I really ended up liking Will Rush. Nick Shift is definitely one of my favorites. Okay, we're gonna leave him like that for a bit, and then we'll do a bit more later. Just park him there. Favorite stock car from Cars 3? I'm not too sure. I regret not getting Lane Lock. He's pretty cool. There are a lot of good Cars 3 veteran racers. Electroshock Holly is one of the best Hollies. She's like the one that that's like the most accurate in colors. About to work on a meme, but it can wait. Alright, Cartendo, well, whatever you're working on, I'd love to see it. Yeah, I don't have any canceled cars. I wish I did, but I don't know. I'm not willing to spend that kind of money. If I ever find one for cheap, I'll do it. I've always wanted to get a prototype car. I feel like that's kind of a rite of passage. Like, you've evolved past normal collecting once you've purchased a prototype and once you've purchased a canceled car. I've wanted to buy a prototype for a while, and a few years ago now, I think in early 2019, I found we're gonna make this Sally into this custom, unless somebody else can say something better. If there are any objections, please speak now. Anybody, any better suggestions for this Sally? Either re-release El Matador or uncancel every canceled car from 2008 to 2017. That question seems a bit more towards the favor of, yeah, I'd go with the canceled cars, definitely. Yeah, I actually have a mini of Racer Sally, who in Cars Adventures is a repaint of Cruise, so her mini is a Cruise repaint. Racing Red Sally's actually getting a mini in a 3-pack, so. Yeah, I'd consider Megan Carrar, but I don't have the right red for her. My red is too light. So I think we're going to go with the Kara Crashwell fan. I need a spare of mini of the Tim Treadless model so that I can do mini Kara Crashwell. Yeah, I actually have the Dynaco Sally, but it's a repaint of Cruise like my normal Sally diecast. It's definitely an option, but I think for now I'm going to turn it into this custom. I never actually showed that custom Dynaco Sally, but now I'm planning on doing a big, I'm going to do like a mega review for all of my minis once this batch of them is done. Yeah, Cartendo, funny story there. I couldn't find a Sally when I was making it. That's why. Simple as that. Early on, she was a repaint of Natalie Certain, so just be glad it's not that. Just restored a Rusty sticker. Interesting. There's this video that's been going around of a guy restoring a Cars 1 McQueen, and it is really, really interesting what he does. Had that recommended to me a bunch of times. It's very impressive. You know, really admirable people who can restore the stuff like that. Because I'd look at that McQueen and immediately say, I'd immediately say, like, that is unsalvageable. You are not going to be able to do that. But he did a really nice job. Of course, it wasn't like 100% accurate, but he gave it this nice, like, metallic, like, sort of glossy look. It was really cool. Restoring a Jada McQueen, interesting. But yeah, this guy, he was doing a lenticular McQueen. I think it's only about a week old, but it kept being recommended to me, so I decided to check it out. This Sally repaint doesn't have anything on her back colored in. That's Okay, I didn't realize I didn't put anything there. These minis can be really difficult to hold. I should have some sort of like claw or something to hold the minis. Like if I had something that I could, like a stand with like little arms I could put them on. Maybe I could just make it out of like Lego pieces or something. I know that's a really weird request, but it can be difficult figuring out where to hold them, especially while doing it on camera. I'm currently painting the back of this Sally. It's just easier to do not on camera, so I'm sorry that you're all missing the amazing action of me painting the back of a Sally. Okay, it's really not interesting. It's just being made green. I wish the mini of Sally didn't have the spoiler up. I've been doing a lot of merchandise of Sally with the spoiler up. Weird. She really doesn't have it up that much. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with like those restoration videos. I just checked out that McQueen one, but like I've seen people do it for like old Star Wars toys. Definitely really interesting. Okay, this Sally is looking. This Sally is looking really weird. But we'll make it looks almost like a camo Sally, but we'll make it better with another coat. Okay, we don't try not to drop her on the ground like that. I want to do a mini of Protectors of Radiator Springs Mater, and he would be next, but I couldn't find him before the stream, so we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So who should I work on next? Let's see. Let's do Doc. Gonna make the wonderful orange Doc from Tyus Cars 4, who was a total pain to repaint. But we'll, I got a spare mini Doc, so why not? I've really been liking doing this lately. Really been enjoying making custom mini versions of my other customs. Okay, this is. Yikes. Yeah, his name was originally Dwayne The Rock Hudson, which I just thought was funny. I actually have the same birthday as Dwayne Johnson. Interesting. Yeah, Doc, due to the character not being in Cars 2 and 3, just normal Doc really has inconsistent releases. Yeah, this is going to take some coats of paint. Like this, it took a while for the normal one. I think I just need a new orange, just generally speaking. I need a new orange. Oh, I completely forgot to get my, speaking of Danny, bro. I was repainting. I was making a, what was it? The, Fade-In racer from Tyus Cars 4 as a mini, I believe, on the last stream. Yeah, Jaden Fast, I believe his name was. Wow, this is gonna, this is not gonna, this is gonna take a while. Several coats. But hey, anything to make Rock Hudson, no relation. It's actually easier to paint the front of him than it was to paint the front of normal Doc. I guess because there's less space to work with. This is turning out to be a disaster. And I'm sorry that you can barely see it on camera. Usually I have the cars I'm repainting much closer to me when I'm doing it, but Since I have it on camera, it's a bit more difficult. And these guys are just starting to look like an assorted mix of really bad-looking M&Ms. I know that's a really weird... I know that's a really weird statement, but... I tend to make obscure references. I don't know what to do with this cruise. I only have one mini Dynaco cruise currently. And I know you guys are going to say... I know you guys are going to say make her into the Lightning Cup cruise, but I really want to do the current Cars Adventures cruise, where the front is blue and the back is yellow. But, yeah, I'm kind of conflicted on what to do with that. I wish I had found Mater in time, my pro Mater, but I can't find him for whatever reason. 21 minutes in, and I have already gotten a low battery warning, so we just plugged my phone in. Have I done Chicks Picks Cruise yet? Good question. What version of her? Yeah. Well, I made one of my Dynaco cruises into, turned one of the Dynaco Cruise customs into Patrick Pace's brother, but, like, I don't think... I have the original Chicks Picks Cruise as a mini, but not the, like, good-looking one. But I don't know which of the cruises I'm going to do with that Dynaco Cruise. I probably have another mini of Dynaco Cruise just laying around somewhere that I don't know about. But, whatever. Let's move on. Let's do some work for Allie here, Alleyway. I was probably so proud when I came up with the pun. We'll call her Alleyway. Made a mini version of Road and Trailer. Very cool. That actually was, I don't consider it stealing. It's just a bunch of people have actually made their own versions of my customs, which is really nice. I don't know. I find that really cool to see. But that was based off of Rub and Tails Fighter's customs. Do I even need to do more black paint? No, I think she's fine. Right? On the front? Do I need to do another coat of black paint on the front, or can I just... front. I think that's good. Anything else? Just trying to think. Should I start adding the silver? Let's do that. Let's start the silver. I shouldn't have given her white walls. I don't know why I didn't change the white walls. No, Mini Sterling's actually in the other room currently, so I can't get him, but I do have him. Let's see. There we go. That looks... There we go. That looks pretty good. Rev and Co got a job. Great. We're back to this. Everybody loves a good running joke. Let's see. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's do the stripes there on the hood. Okay, I'm gonna have to change that a bit, but that looks okay. That doesn't look half bad. Fun fact with Alleyway, originally she was supposed to have a bandana. Both her and the broadside repaint. I forget which one he was. But yeah, she was supposed to have. I made like a little paper bandana for her that she was gonna have, and then I didn't go through with it. Robin Jail Sorter, you need to keep the streak up of showing up on all the streams, yeah. But yeah, she was supposed to have a bandana, like, wrapped around the front. And then, so was the broadside repaint, which I forget what I named the broadside repaint. But that was one that was also supposed to have that. How I would attach it, I never got to that part, and then I just didn't. Then I just didn't. Then I just didn't do the bandana. Scuff was the broadside repaint. Thank you. You guys know these cards better than I do. But Blind Spot here is going to be turned into the one that gets locked up in Radiator Springs, who I've got just down here. And then APB is going to be the one that was the repaint of APB. I just have to get the light bar off somehow. I don't know how, but we'll find a way. Then I need to cut off Jackson's spoiler somehow to make him into the Cars Adventures Nomad. Okay, Dent. Good, I should have written these down. Again, I wish that I had Protectors or Radiator Springs Mater with me so I could do the repaint. Yeah, 2021 Cone McQueen, I haven't gotten him, I don't have an interest in it. But interesting that they did a different mold, similar to the Tumbleweed McQueen, who's just less accurate for whatever reason. Who should we work on next? Let's do one of the McQueens. Wow, you'd put Cars 2, the video game, as worse than Cars 3, the video game. That's interesting. I haven't really seen many people with that sort of ranking. This McQueen is going to be difficult to pull off. This is where the fun begins. Oh, this is going to be just a total pain. I don't remember. I painted this custom McQueen too long ago to remember if I did the lightning bolt first or the outline first, but this is just not going to end well. Okay, oh boy. We have an L. We have an M. Okay. Pliers, yeah, I should probably use pliers. Hopefully, I have pliers that are small enough to get under there, though. Now we gotta replicate the lightning bolt. That's not that bad. I think that's fine. It's fine enough. Man, I don't know. This McQueen has not had writing on his hood for like a year. I started this McQueen so long ago. But I know what you say. You're your own worst critic. So if anyone is going to have a problem, if anyone's going to have a problem with it, then it's going to be me. Cartendo, you know I don't want to take a free ride. I just remembered this the other day. We made that joke a few streams ago about, of course, how I misheard the song Riding Cars 3 as Red Eyes. But I just remembered another one. When I was little, and okay, I'll give myself credit that I was very young. I thought when they're saying get your picks on Route 66, or get your kicks on Route 66, whatever it is. I think it's get your kicks. I thought they were saying get Chick Hicks on Route 66. So, you know, Red Eyes and get Chick Hicks on Route 66. And I'm sure I'm not alone in having heard that. I'm sure I'm not the only one out there who heard Get Chick Hicks on Route 66. I just watched a movie about Chick Hicks. Of course they'd mention him in the song at the end. The song that they put in the credits. Good, see? I'm not alone. Get Chick Hicks. Yeah, you thought that too? Good, we're good. Good, it's not just me. Get Chick Hicks on Route 66. It sounds close enough. You were like 6. Well, I think I was younger than that. So, we're on the same level here. Favorite 2021 car? Good question. There have been a lot. Of the ones that I have, probably Will Rush. Chick Your Hicks. See? See? I'm not alone this time. But I'm probably alone for hearing Red Eyes and Ride, which I still can't get over that. But Get Chick Hicks on Route 66, yeah. See, if I say Get Your Kicks on Route 66, it sounds kind of similar if I say it fast enough, and in the way in which they sing it. So, I'm not gonna fault myself for that as much as I fault myself for Red Eyes. I can't be there are 7.8 billion people on the planet. I'm sure at least one of them heard Red Eyes. One of them aside from me. Alright, we've got a spare Jackson. This one's going to be the Lightning Cup one. This one's going to be the Nomad. What about this one? Suggestions for other things I could make this mini Jackson into, preferably other mini customs I've done. Yeah, I don't know what Red Eyes have to do with cars. Yeah, I was thinking doing the Vampire Jackson, but this channel's gonna get terminated. That's unfortunate. That's never good. Man. But I think Vampire Jackson might be the way to go. I have a custom mini for the Racer 17 Jackson. Do I even still have a normal Racer 17? I think I do. Oh, the Protectors Jackson. Protectors of Radiator Springs Jackson. He needs a mini. That's what we'll do. We'll do the Protector Jackson. Duh. Why didn't I think of that? Do this McQueen is going to be the Lightning Cup McQueen. So, or let's work on Jackson. Lightning Cup Jackson. Evil Lightning Edit. I've seen several. I've seen several over the years. There are a lot of them. For whatever reason, there are a lot of Evil McQueen, pieces of Evil McQueen art. Oh my gosh, the tip of my marker just fell out of the marker. What happened? Wait, stop, what? Wait. Oh no. Wait, what happened? The red... the tip of the red marker fell off. This is not good. Now my hands are covered in red paint. Man! Now they're covered in red paint. Come on. Okay. That's not good. That is not good. I remember when I was in the 6th grade, I think, a highlighter that was in my bag broke and like exploded. That was fun. I just remembered that. Okay, that's not good. Now I'm covered in red paint, which is not the best color of paint to be covered in. Yeah, it still works fine, but I just got this one too. That's just unfortunate. Yeah, I'm always, regarding, we were just talking about copyright claims. Regarding copyright claims, I'm always concerned whenever I do the Cars Randomness movie editions. Or like in my most recent hunt video, I played a clip of Oops, I Did It Again when I dropped a car. That sort of stuff always concerns me, but I've just gotten claims, not strikes. Some of the minis have open mouths. Lightning does. Blind Spot over here does. You can't see Blind Spot anymore, but Blind Spot does. Sally does. Luigi. It's a case by case basis. Maybe we should make a chart for what Cars characters diecasts have open mouths and which ones have closed mouths. With some flex tape and an insane amount of luck. Good one. But it's fine. I fix it. Let me play the songs at piano. See, I like doing like the clips like that. I want to do a whole video about Guido's fear of the paparazzi, but I'm too afraid of getting a copyright strike for playing too much of that song. Best McQueen with racing wheels variant. I wish I had more than one of him, so I could have a better answer to that question. But I'll go with not the normal one. I like the variants of him. I like, what is it, the party wheels? Not the party wheels, whatever it is. I don't remember. I wish I knew, so that I could give a better answer. Yeah, I love the launcher version of that McQueen. I wish they would re-release him. Yeah, I really like that one. I repainted that. I made a really dumb move, and I repainted that, and that became the Fabulous Custom. One looking to the left, yeah. I'm not really, I don't know, I like that one. I want to get that one, but I'm not, like, the biggest fan of that one. The Ciao Francesco McQueen is pretty nice. I'm very lucky. That marker tip fell onto my pants. I'm very lucky that it somehow did not get onto my pants. That's good. That's luck right there. That's your insane amount of luck. So, you know, I could go on to try to paint my Ramon or another McQueen, but I think we should refrain from using the red for now. You repainted your airport, Mater! That's, like, for whatever reason, an insanely expensive Mater now. If you could go back in time and stop anything from happening, what would you do? I'd not repaint the car. Ciao Francesco, you found a bit on him, yeah. Not the biggest fan of Ciao Francesco. He's got several inaccuracies. Actually working on a new errors and inconsistencies. And then you lost him. You repainted him and you lost him. Man, mission failed. You'll get him next time. Actually working on a new errors and inconsistencies. Another collab episode with Beetlesar. Or formerly Beetlesar. He changed his channel name to Disney Cars Enthusiast. And he did a really good job with his parts on it. Like, I learned a lot just watching it. And he told me beforehand what he wanted to talk about for his segments. And I don't know, I learned a whole lot from watching his segment. I filmed my segment of it, now I just gotta edit and upload. Let's see, I've got a birthday request tomorrow. Today, I did my ridiculous extreme color changing video, which is just an idea I had yesterday that I really wanted to do. Yeah, the non-headset Brent and David are really interesting. Tomorrow I've got a birthday request. Then Friday I have to upload the review that I just recorded of the new minis that I just got. The new mini 10-pack that I just got. And then Saturday should be the next errors and inconsistencies. Then I want to do a weird products. I'm going to do a weird products, I think around July 15th. The King's eyes, no! Man. I always use the mini's actual eyes. Great. Good thing I have like 30 of the King, but that's okay. Well, we could paint the eyes on for this one. Just kind of weird because I haven't really painted the eyes on many of the minis, but it doesn't really matter because I paint the eyes on some of my customs and keep them on some of the other ones, so it doesn't really matter, honestly. Like, I shouldn't be concerned about not repainting the eyes, it's fine. Include you in your next errors and inconsistencies video. You've made a lot and you're going to make more in the future. I actually, the next episode after this one, this is episode 9, the next one is episode 10, because that's how numbers work. I wanted to do, because I've really enjoyed these collaboration episodes of errors and inconsistencies, I wanted to do like a big errors and inconsistencies collab episode, where I have each of the entries be covered by a different channel. I really want to do that as like a special 10th episode thing, but I'm not sure how that's going to work. I'd love to do that, but I don't know. I think that would just be really cool to do, though, to celebrate 10 episodes of that series. I would do one of the entries. I'd do probably the last entry, but I'd have a different channel cover the rest of them, 1 through 9. But, because then you got to work it out. I have to get in contact with everybody. I have to ask them what errors they want to do, or maybe assign them errors. What I probably do, I ask people, oh, what errors do you want to cover? Then see what they want to talk about. See if I haven't done it yet. See if somebody else asked. But I'm not working on that for like another month, so probably bring it up again and get in contact with some people. But I think that would be really cool. Just do like a big collab video like that. Because these collab episodes of errors and inconsistencies have been some of my favorites to do. The thing is, errors and inconsistencies, I did really, ironically, inconsistently. Now I do it every month. Now I do at least one episode a month. And it's become one of my most popular series. Those videos always do really well, which is nice because they're some of my favorites to make. The videos I enjoy the most are the videos that I enjoy making the most. And it's nice to know that when those errors and inconsistencies videos always do really well, which is nice because I always put a lot of time in them, and effort into making them. And to see them always do well is a really nice motivator to keep doing them. My favorite videos are always the ones that I enjoy doing the most. Have You Heard Of has been a blast doing. I love doing the dance episode, and I've loved doing all 3 episodes of that. I want to do a new story of soon. Your Thomas products. Yeah, that's not in my line of work. But the next weird products is most likely going to be on Finn McMissile, who I've wanted to do an episode on for quite a while, and I'm excited to research weird Finn products. And then maybe I'll do like another themed episode. And errors and inconsistencies, actually, no, I already mentioned errors and inconsistencies. Have You Heard Of, I really want to do a new episode of soon, but I'm not sure what I'll do it on. I want to do a new story of soon. I want to do an episode on the Luigi's Flying Tires ride, which I've mentioned on several streams now. But I think I'm going to do a new Have You Heard Of first. Because again, that Dancing with the Stars episode is... It's probably just one of my favorite videos I've ever done. I don't know, I of course I remember the videos I had the most fun making. Like that one where I had to load up Just Dance 2015. Yeah, when you found out I was a man in the jacket, everything fell apart. The video I just uploaded, sorry for my coughing, the video I uploaded earlier today. And yeah, Cars Randomness. Actually, I was planning on doing a new Cars Randomness. Thanks for reminding me. It's that time, you know? I'm not sure what my favorite episode is. The most recent one, number 11, the thing with Cars Randomness is I always feel like they're not as good as the previous one. When I did number 11 back in, I want to say April now, I was really concerned. I felt like it was just a lot worse than previous episodes, and then I got comments from people saying this was like their favorite one, and the video performed really well, like views-wise, so it was nice to know that I hadn't lost my touch of stupid random things. The thing with Cars Randomness is I need to think of the one that's going to be the thumbnail first. That's actually what I usually do. I need to think like, okay, what's the big thing for this episode that I put in the thumbnail? Because there's always that one sketch for the thumbnail. And I need to figure that out first, and then I could just sort of go from there. I could do some more sequels. I feel like I'd be like selling out if I did more sequels to Cars Randomness skits. I did a bunch in episode 10, but that was because it was the 10th one, so I wanted to do something special, but... you know, I gotta think of, like, the gag for the thumbnail. And sometimes when my Cars Randomness ideas are too long, I make them into my short series, which I love doing episodes of. Will I cover Gear Up and Go Dinoco McQueen? I own that, I think. So maybe. If I ever do another video where I review weird products, and I probably will, what I really want to do, and maybe I'll do this for, like, a special video... Include Ties Cars 4 in the next Cars Randomness. That's an interesting idea. The next one is 12, though, not 13. Next Cars Adventures episode will be out tonight. I've gotten into the habit of recording them earlier on, so they should be coming out daily now. Yeah, I should do Ties Cars 4 stuff for the next Cars Randomness. That's a good idea. You know, the reason why I don't do them as frequently as my other series is because I feel like there's something more special. But, like, I just did my extreme color changing video today. That could have been a segment in Cars Randomness, but I thought that was too good to not make its own separate video. Yeah, I'm not sure what to cover for Have You Heard Of. I've heard your requests for the recalled Sarge, the recalled Sarge, which I think is definitely an interesting topic. The big race. You'll have to wait until next April Fool's Day, Cartendo. Or I could just do a whole series of just Cars Adventures episodes like that. That would get really old really fast. Least favorite Cars 3 McQueen. I might just go with the Cars 3 McQueen, but Rusty's McQueen is a very good pick. Rusty's McQueen has kind of just been, like, really overdone. Oh, but with a new Cars Randomness, I get to do another segment of cars that shouldn't be made, which I really enjoyed in the last few Cars Randomnesses. I'm trying to think of good Cars Randomness ideas. I think there's something good I can do with the tractors. Speaking of tractors and short videos, I need to bring back the tractor shorts. Okay, let's see. For me, it's currently about 4 o'clock. I'm going to have dinner in about an hour. Then I'm gonna watch the new episode of Loki, which is also about an hour. Um, Probably gonna take a walk. Then I'm gonna have to edit my Cars Adventures. But I'll keep Cars Randomness in mind. I'm booked out for my videos until Saturday. But Sunday's an open slate. I don't know what I'll do for Sunday's video. In addition to Cars Adventures. Again, tomorrow I'm planning on doing... I've got a birthday request for tomorrow. Cars Randomness, do a clip of Doc and Leroy on top of each other. That could be another really funny one. If I could pull it off in a way that, like... Yeah. Tomorrow I've got a birthday request in Cars Adventures. Friday I have to review the new minis, which I just filmed, and new Cars Adventures. Saturday will be errors and inconsistencies, unless I push that back to Sunday and do something else on Saturday. But, I've got a lot of ideas. I want to do a Have You Heard Of soon. So if anyone has some good ideas for Have You Heard Of episodes. I said Metallic Rusty's McQueen was my favorite 27 Cars McQueen. I need to bring back Ranked. Whenever I try to film a new tier list video, it always falls short. First 2 episodes of Monsters at Work. I didn't know they were out yet. But I'll probably check it out, definitely. I mean, the main character and I have very similar names. So, he just has more letters. But, yeah, since July 7th, aka today. Okay, then I'll check him out later, yeah. Not sure when. I'm going to try to see the Black Widow movie this weekend. I think I'm going to try to see it on Friday. So that's nice. Then the sequel to Space Jam comes out in a few weeks, so that's pretty cool. I'll check that out. I've been ranking every movie I've seen this year, like out of 10. I thought that would be cool and just something different. Whenever I watch a movie I haven't seen before, I rank it out of 10. And then at the end of the year, I'm going to do like a ranked list for what my favorite and least favorite movies I saw this year were. Like not just 2021 releases, just everything in general. Yeah, I have seen Luca. Luca was really good. I liked the simplicity of it. Like, compared to a lot of Pixar's other movies. I really enjoyed it was just like a simple, fun movie. And it just, I think I said this on my last stream, but watching it just made me hungry. For any kind of pasta product, thank you. You're gonna have a lot of things to do. I have so many videos I could do. I do 2 videos a day, and still I have so many ideas. Yeah, I want to do more of my short series, which aren't those YouTube shorts that they just introduced. I started these back in 2018. They're just like long videos. They're basically, when I can't categorize a video and it's just like a comedy sketch, I label it as a Tito Review Style short. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Marcus. Probably end this stream in a little bit. But like I want to do that one of Guido's Fear of the Paparazzi. Again, if I could just not get a copyright claim for that. Universal Music Group, can you please spare me this time? Please. It's for a funny joke. Please spare me. It always interests me what they claim you for. Like, I'll do my Cars Randomness, and there are so many songs that I do in the Cars Randomness movie editions. And for whatever reason, they don't get me for the one I played for 20 seconds. They get me for Pompeii by Bastille that I played 7 seconds of. And it's so weird. I don't know, YouTube's copyright claim system is broken, and you don't need me to tell you that. I'm sure you could hear it from 1,000 other channels. But the next Cars randomness is something I should start work on, I think. I think that's a good one. I think it's about time. It's been a few months. I think it's about time. You know, Cars randomness has no schedule. It's just every few months. When I feel like it's time for a new Cars randomness, then it's time for a new Cars randomness. Let's see, we did one in November, we did one in April. We've done the movie edition ones in between. It's time. I'm not sure what I'll do in it, but I'll come up with something. But if any of you guys have any good suggestions for Have You Heard Of episodes, definitely leave them in the chat here, because I'd love to do another episode of that soon as well. You know, it's kind of difficult sometimes for me to decide, should this be Story Of or should this be Have You Heard Of, but there'd be a sequel to Errors and Inconsistencies that I made. Maybe I considered having that be just a one-off episode, but I might do another one because I've made a lot of mistakes. What I do want to do is a movie edition of Errors and Inconsistencies, which I'll get around to, going through actual Cars continuity errors. But again, if anyone has any good ideas for Have You Heard Of, definitely let me know. So for that series, I just covered like obscure Cars content. So far I've done the Toys R Us Lego Rod Torque Redline promotion. I've done I've done when there was a Cars 3 themed dance on Dancing with the Stars, and I've done the Cars Guardians of the Galaxy crossover ad. I'm not sure what to cover next. But it's difficult because, like, I think of things and then I'm like, should this be a Story Of since it's not around anymore? But I don't know what I should do for Have You Heard Of, but I've only done 3 episodes of that, and I wish I've done more. But I just don't know what to cover. I feel like Miss Fritter's Racing School is getting into obscure territory, but I don't really. Cars 2 charge-ups, that's a good one. The Cars 2 charge-ups are really interesting. No, I like having sort of, 'cause Story Of is for canceled things. Like, Story Of is for things that never happened. Have You Heard Of is for things that are really obscure. So, like, the charge-ups line, which I think that's a very good idea. Those are definitely interesting. The charge-ups line is a toy line that no longer exists, but it did exist at one point. So that would be a Have You Heard Of episode. If I were to discuss a toy line that was planned to be made but never was, then that would be a Story Of. That's kind of counterproductive for what I said, though, regarding the Luigi's Flying Tires ride, then. I'm not sure what that counts as. I think I'd probably make that a Story Of, but I don't know. I wanted to do an episode on the DJ Dance Party, which was like this show they would do in Disneyland, but it was so much more boring than I thought, so I did the episode on Cars on Dancing with the Stars instead. What I've wanted to cover, but like this doesn't warrant its own episode, In the 2011 Muppet movie, there's an ad for Cars 2 on the streets of, like, Hollywood. And then... in the sequel, in Muppets Most Wanted, there's a Cars Land sign instead. I wanted to do a video on that, but I don't think I don't think that is a good enough thing for a Have You Heard Of. Have you heard of the Cars reference in the Muppet movie that would take me 30 seconds to explain? You haven't? Well, I just explained it in like 30 seconds. There's not much to say. If I could pad out the runtime with jokes, then I could probably make it work, but I there's nothing. There's really not much to say about it, although I would like to cover it. Maybe for Have You Heard Of, if I could think of an obscure Cars video game, that would be nice. The story of how McQueen's mind was almost put into the body of a steamroller. Yeah. I've, throughout all of the story of episodes, I've never covered any publicly released deleted scenes. Like, I've considered it, but I haven't because, like, you know, you could go out and find those yourself. Has always been my reasoning for it. Like, you don't need me to explain them to you. Cars Lightning Speed is a good one. I'm not sure if that's still available after Flash shut down. But Cars Lightning Speed, I almost had a series of me playing that on my channel, but it would never save where I was. It never saved my progress, so I never did it. Yeah, I don't think it wasn't released as for mobile in the US, unfortunately. Yeah, Fast as Lightning is awesome. I don't think Fast as Lightning. I think Fast as Lightning is pretty well known though. Maybe if I could find like a bad Cars educational game, I think that could be funny. Like, have you heard of Cars 2 for Leapster? That could be interesting. Look, it's Cars 2 for the Leapster. I'd like to do something like that, something obscure like that. But I'd also like to do a line. Yeah, Cars 2 Leapster. Yeah, it actually does. I'd like to do a series where I go over like the full history of a toy line. Like I could do an episode on the Riplash Racers, whatever they were. I'd like to do a series like that where I go over the full history of an entire Cars toy line, like a deep dive into it. But those would take a while. You know what else would take a while? Episodes of every single car. Yeah, like the cars, the wooden cars, that's a good example. That's one that I'd love to cover. But what else? The Mater's Tall Tale apps. Okay, you know what? I actually haven't heard of that. Plus Trap, you just keep coming up with really good ideas. I actually haven't heard of that. You know what else? You know what would be cool? Yeah, Color Changers McQueen in my banner is just referencing the Color Changer videos. Yeah, Radiator Springs Adventures. I actually have heard of that. Cars 2 Lite was the free version. The free version of a Cars 2 app, and I had it on my iPod Touch. I could cover that. It only had three levels available. Man, remember the light versions of apps? Remember when apps had a light version which was free and they would suck? Like, they were the worst. But hey, you gotta pay for this. Nowadays, we just have in-app purchases. I actually have the Cars game DS ports. Like, that could be a whole series of me playing them. But yeah, I'd like to cover like an obscure Cars game next for Have You Heard Of, so that'll probably be it. Unless I can think of something else. My mind can change quite easily sometimes. So. So I'm not too sure, but I'll figure something out. Favorite Cars Adventures April Fool's episode. I think you still got to go with the original. I think both of them. I really like both of them, but I think the first one is still the best of the two. Whatever happened to Dr. Matt L? He's still out there, but you'll never catch him. Have you heard of the Cars movie sponsoring real NASCAR cars? That's another really good one. That, no, I haven't even played the Race-O-Rama DS Sport. I got it last year at a thrift store. I haven't played it. Okay, that's a really good idea. The times they sponsored real NASCAR cars, that's really good. I don't want to make inaccurate statements about NASCAR, but I think that's a very good idea. So thank you to everyone suggesting video ideas. That one is really cool. I like that. Yeah, we'll have to see. I've got a lot of video ideas, if you couldn't already tell. Cars to gear up and go. Interesting. Yeah, they sponsored some real NASCAR drivers, I think just for the first movie, but they might have done one for Cars 3. I know they did a racer for The Incredibles in 2018, for Incredibles 2. I'd like to do a video on references to cars in other media, like in other things. Like, I know The Simpsons has made some jokes about cars, but, like, of course they have. And other references to cars in other media like that, but I'm not sure what. Yeah, there is. I think there's like an official NASCAR diecast of the NASCAR car, of the Cars NASCAR car. This is gonna be a pain. If I actually go through with doing Have You Heard Of for that. Yeah, the Cars NASCAR car. It's it's 2021 one all over again. The Cars NASCAR car. We've got to shorten it. We've got to come up with a better way to say it. The NASCAR Cars car. Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap this up in like 5 minutes or so. Should probably end it. NASCAR cart. We'll come up with an abbreviation or something. Or maybe the joke is that I just keep saying NASCAR Cars car. Yeah, I need to come up with a better way to say that if I'm going to do a whole video on it. Have you heard of Cartendo? No, actually. Haven't, but guess I'll look into that too. In 2017 in Michigan, one of the Cars 3 NASCARs won the race, and they had to remove the Cars 3 logo to make it as a diecast. That's really interesting. It's over, Sarge. I have the high ground. That's another one I've got to do. I've got to do Sarge Films 2. I started filming Sarge Films 2 in January. And then I didn't. Maybe for Sarge films too, I only do parodies of sequels. I could also do Sarge TV, has been an idea I've had. Where I parody TV shows with Sarge. Hey, Cars Ignite, good to see you. But, I could I could also do Cars songs. But, like, with the exception, you know, I could do, like, Sarge-ified version. Willie Jar Jar sing. I knew it. I knew the next time I'm going to do a live stream, Drift King Reviewer is going to come on and say that. Yes, that's a mini Giuseppe Aguilo. Currently working on him. Do ties cars for Sarge films. That's a good idea. But I think I could do Sarge TV. I could do, like, Sarge songs. But the thing with Sarge songs is, like, I'd be recreating music videos. And, like, are any music videos really that iconic where you'd instantly be able to recognize it? And, like, do I know any music videos well enough, aside from, like, Thriller by Michael Jackson, that everyone knows? Also, how old will cramming Sarge's name into famous songs get? Sarge Binks, great. Yeah, Never Gonna Give You Up, duh. That's an all-star, like the meme songs. All-star would be easy. You know, all-star is all Sarge. Somebody! Why didn't I do Shrek in Sarge films? I think when I do the sequel to Sarge films, I think when I do the sequel to Sarge films, when I do the sequel to Sarge films, I will, like, I should make costumes for the characters. We have, like, a little green Shrek Sarge going around. But, like, I'm not sure how many... You know, it's more obscure. Movies you can get behind, shows you can get behind, but... Get your Sarge on. Go, Sarge. Oh, that Sarge. Hey, only shooting Sarge break the Sarge. But I think, like, Sarge music videos, it's too obscure. Not that it's obscure, but, like, I could just do Sarge songs, but I feel like I need a visual there. Or I could do a parody of, like, a Kids Bop commercial, or, like, Now That's What I Call Music. But it's like, Now That's What I Call Sarge, with some of today's greatest hits, and it's just, like, a snippet of different Sarge songs. But... wow, there are sure are a lot of things that rhyme with my name. Did you say Fry yet? Sarge Eyes. Yup. That's definitely the name of that song. But, yeah. Sarge TV should be a thing that I do. But probably do Sarge films too first. I mean, we could see this time how many of the movies in Sarge films too are ones I haven't seen and are just making bad puns about the titles of instead. Get your Sarge on Route 66. Yeah, see, we could do a lot. But I think it's probably best, Sarge Week on the Discovery Channel. When isn't Shark Week like very soon? Wait a minute. Does anybody know when this year's Shark Week is? Because I know it's very soon, and like Chris Hemsworth has a shark show that he's doing. Is it next week? Does anybody know? Because that'd be so funny to do just a Sarge week. Sarge pretty, it's Jeopardy, but all the questions are just Sarge. That just sounds like torture. But like a Sarge week, that would be so funny. And it's just only Sarge themed videos. But again, if anybody knows when the actual Shark Week is, I'd love to hear it, because I have an idea now. Oh my gosh, and we could dress Sarge up as the different singers. Hello, I'm slightly faster than you. My life is over. See? See, Sarge films, I need to go back to Sarge films. We gotta do another Sarge films. Yeah, Shark Week I think is very soon. Sarge randomness. See, you could just substitute the word cars there. They spy now. See, tractor shorts. We got to do tractor shorts. But yeah, Sarge films 2, I think. Would you guys rather see Sarge films 2 or the next Cars randomness? Which one would you rather see first? Or some sort of Sarge films spinoff, like a Sarge TV. Regardless of what wins, they'll just come out a few days within each other. So I guess it's also, I guess Sarge films 2 or some sort of Sarge Quoll. The Sarge Quoll. Electric Sarge-aloo. Yeah, I think we gotta do Sarge films 2 next. The Sarge, the Purge, where everyone is Sarge and you can't tell who's good. Yeah, we got good ideas here. Thanks, guys. We'll definitely do Sarge films 2 soon then. Can't wait to edit Sarge's face on more movie posters. I absolutely love the Sarge films posters I made. Like, I wouldn't have put one of them as part of my new channel banner if I didn't absolutely love making them. I just put Sarge's head on everybody. If you look closely, like in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 poster, if you look closely, you have all of Yondu's guys frozen out in space. I put Sarge's head on every single one of them. Just every last one. Oh, Sarge games. We could do Sarge video games. Sarge games is probably a good idea. Jeopardy themed plays, but it's Sargified. Sarge, 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 Sarge. These comments, why do these comments remind you of Hayden Christensen's hit movie Little Italy? That movie is awful. Should we have Little Italy in Sarge films too? Or is that too obscure for my audience? Sarge man into the Sargers. Yeah, I barely did any of the Marvel movies. See, here's the thing. I could do 2 things for Sarge films too. I could do more movies, or I can do like a video that's Sarge films, TV, movies, and Sarge films. What's Drew Gonzalez? They are the same person after all. See, I could do Sarge films too, or I can do, like... I could do... Here we go. Oh, I have a great idea for the sequel to Sarge films. Instead, it's not just going to be Sarge films. It's just going to be Sarge media. So we'll have movies. We'll have Sarge films, Sarge TV, Sarge games, Sarge songs. We'll even have a segment called Sarge Tube, which is YouTube, but with Sarge. This you know how they always say you got to go bigger and better for your sequel. This we got to do. Any song requests that should be Sargified, or video games that should be Sargified. I think I'm definitely gonna do Toy Story. And call it Sarge Week, yeah. And we'll release it during Shark Week, which I think is like next week. Oh my god. Oh, I'm thinking already. We're gonna give the Sarges little costumes and everything. It's gonna be great. I feel like you gotta do, like the things I frequently reference on my channel, the movies and such. Sarge or things, that's a good one. Yeah, the TV segment's gonna be really fun. The Sarge edibles. Yeah, Sarge Media. Okay, this is good. I think that's what it's gonna be, and I'll probably do it at some point very soon. But thank you guys. As always, had some great silence of the Lamborghini. Great suggestions as always. So Sarge and the Magic Sarge Road. Sarge, the Sarge engine. Sarge and Friends. I believe I can Sarge. It's a good one. See? But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into this stream. It's almost dinner time where I am, so I should probably stop. Thank you all so much for joining, though. Unfortunately, Kevin Shiftwright could not join us today. He says that he's gone to a court and is going to take legal action against me for dropping him off the side here several times. He used to Sarge me on my cell phone. Great. Alright, well, thank you guys. Again, unfortunately, Kevin couldn't make it. But, yeah. See you guys. Bye now.